Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again tonight. On the menu tonight is P.F. Chang's Mongolian beef. We've been there quite a few times. It's a restaurant that we always enjoy going to. We always like experimenting and sampling things on the menu. And the Mongolian beef is a dish we both Crystal and I like, so we thought we would try and duplicate that here at home. They have a few recipes out on the internet for that recipe. So I did experiment with that, and I have something that I think gets us close to that. And we always enjoy, when we do our recipes at home, we always enjoy trying to, get a recipe that's close to something that you get out at the restaurants. Like I think our favorite to date is the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. We just love those to death.
Yeah, if you haven't checked that out, you need to watch that video.
Yeah, that's a good one. The White Castle is a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
But here it is, a totally different cuisine, and we enjoy making this at home. And as you can see, there's only a few ingredients here. So let me go through them.
Yeah, I want to know what's in that bag.
Yeah. This is the flank steak. I've been marinating it for a day. You can marinate it for a few hours. I would suggest overnight. And Crystal will put the recipe up online. I marinated it with soy sauce, teriyaki, hoisin, and a little brown sugar. Then over here we have the green onions, some garlic cloves. I think the recipe again that I have out there calls for 3, but these were kind of small, so I put 4. Ginger root, we're going to cut that up. We're going to fry it in oil. And then we're also going to thicken it up with some cornstarch, some soy sauce and water, and a little bit of brown sugar. So let's get started. All right, we want to cut up the garlic and the ginger. We're gonna mince it up nice because we're gonna make the sauce first. This is only a couple of steps. What we do for this recipe is we make the sauce, set it aside, cook the meat, set it aside, and then step 3, the final step, we put it all together. Then we'll slice up the ginger. Want it really thin, so that's about enough there. I'll cut off the ends. I'll go ahead and just start cutting that. Now, since we have the cutting board out, we're going to cut this up. I'll cut that in little pieces for the decoration. I'm going to cut some bigger pieces that we're going to cook with the meat. All right, so we have 2 of them there. Here's the flank steak, and it's been marinating. So I'll put it on the cutting board. Now, this recipe calls for flank steak. So if you look at, recipes out there, almost all of them for Mongolian beef are going to say the flank steak. And when I bought this, it was already trimmed the fat. So if you get yours and it hasn't been trimmed, you want to trim it down to something like this. Now, I've also experimented before with, for this recipe, if you can believe it or not, chop steak. And that worked pretty good too. It's a more inexpensive cut of meat and it's very tender. So that works as well. So if you don't want to, pay for the flank steak, the chop steak, is an option as well. So now in the flank steak, when you look at it, you're going to see how the grains run this way. Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is cut against the grain. So what we're going to do is take it this way, and we're going to make cuts at a diagonal angle this way. And you want to cut and get slices like that. Our flank steak is all cut up in nice small pieces. So let's take this and put it in a nice big mixing bowl. And what we're going to do is now coat it in cornstarch. It's about a 1/4 cup cornstarch. So We'll sprinkle that on there. We're going to mix this up nice. Get them all fully coated. I'll put them back in here. We'll let them sit for a few minutes. Now I'm going to put the oil in, heat it up, and by the time the oil's heated up, that'll be ready to go. Okay, we're going to take our soy sauce, measure out ½ cup. I'll put that in. Then I'll put in ½ cup of water. We're going to prepare for making the sauce. ½ cup of water. 2/3 of a cup. And again, I have the ½ cup measuring spoon, makes it real easy. 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And we have our wok. I put it on high. And you put in about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And once that gets hot, we're going to cook the garlic and ginger.
Okay.
Okay, we'll put a little vegetable oil in the wok. We're going to turn it on high, and then we're going to cook the garlic and ginger. Okay, let's pour that in there. Let's stir it. We don't want to burn the garlic. We're just going to stir that real quick. Okay. Now you see it hasn't turned brown or burned yet, so we're going to now put in the soy sauce and water and heat that up.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah, garlic and ginger, the chemistry between them works really good.
It's working for me.
You see it's starting to bubble there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's good. We'll take our 2/3 of a cup of sugar, put that in there. So I'll just cook this for about 2 minutes and we're going to take it off then. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes, so I'm going to turn the heat off, take it off the stove. Now the sauce is done, so let's put this in a bowl. Just pour that right in. And I'm going to use the same wok to cook the beef. We're actually going to deep fry the meat. So we're going to put a little bit of oil in there. Heat that on high, and then we're going to put the meat in there and cook it. Okay, the meat has been sitting for about 10 minutes in the cornstarch. The oil's heated up. So we're just going to drop those right in. And we'll do these in batches because you don't want to crowd the pot. You see how fast it cooks?
Yeah, wow, that was fast.
Yeah, well, I'm going to cook it for maybe 1 to 2 minutes. Not a lot. Okay, I'm going to take it out. I actually got it done in 2 batches. And it was only less than 2 minutes for each batch. So it cooks pretty fast. Okay, step 1 was cooking the sauce. Step 2 was cooking the beef. And boy, look how good that looks. That looks so yummy. And step 3 is putting it all together. And we're using the same wok for that. See how it's heating up right now? It's up like smoking. We're going to put the beef right back in. So now that the beef is in, we're going to put the sauce. We're just going to stir that up. So we use the same wok for all 3 steps. We're going to let that bubble and thicken up. It's going to thicken because of all the cornstarch that's been on the beef, which is good. Does it still smell good?
Oh, it smells delicious. I can't wait to eat.
Yeah. Are you hungry?
I'm very hungry. I am.
You going to put your foot in it?
I'm going to put my foot in it, all up in it.
Okay, now we'll take the bigger onions and put those in. That'll go with the dish, and then we're going to sprinkle that on the end.
Okay.
Okay. Ready to serve. Now I left the beef kind of long. I just like presenting it that way, but you could cut it up in bite-sized pieces if you wanted to do that.